At the end of April, really a couple of weeks ago, you basically said, look, if this trade war drags on, Congress needs to intervene. There's still 30% tariffs with China. So do you think we're in a good spot, or are you still a bit cautious, a bit leery?
No, look, I said from the very beginning, as a short-term negotiating tool, to force these other countries that have been fleecing Americans for years with bad trade practices and policies, this could be an effective tool in that negotiation.
Okay.
My point was that the president and the administration needed to start rolling out these trade agreements, which they are in the process of doing. And if that did not happen over that 90-day pause, then Congress would need to intervene. But my view is the president and the administration are making positive steps forward. We're seeing the UK, we're seeing China. I am sure in short order we will see Japan and India and Vietnam and Canada and Mexico and the EU make significant concessions, which is to the benefit of the American people and the American economy. So one of this is shaping up, and we are letting this process unfold. But as you just pointed out, in the 40 days since, the market is up. We've seen over $5 trillion of economic investment in the US.
I mean, look, markets are up. The administration's going to talk about investments. On the other side, I could also talk about, GDP, I guess. But look, there's a little bit of the lay of the land, right? We heard a lot of worry and chaos and all that. But to your point, I just sort of pointed out some of what happened in the last 40 days. Republicans.
Just on that point, though, you can't look at everything in the immediate moment that it's happening. You have to look at it in totality. And I think, obviously, the trade agreements coupled with tax and regulatory relief are critical.
So you walked me right into it, because Republicans are trying to marry the trade stuff with the tax cuts, right? And the House Ways and Means Committee today unveiled what the tax bill could look like. Make the 27 tax cuts permanent. No tax on tips or overtime through 2028. The SALT cap increased to $30,000. No tax increase for the top earners, really, for millionaires. The debt limit raised by $4 trillion. You are one of these New York Republicans. You are on the record, Congressman, saying no to the $30,000 SALT cap. Our Michael Schnell is reporting that you want that possibly raised double to $62,000 for individuals, $124,000 for families. Is that what you need? Is that your red line in order to go forward as a Republican with Trump's bill?
Well, I think this is important. I've been very clear from the very beginning. If there was not a fix for SALT in the bill, I would be a no. This proposal by the Ways and Means Committee and the Ways and Means Chairman does not address the issue. The fact is that the cap on SALT expires at the end of this year, and it would come back unlimited. The reason that we are willing to negotiate in good faith, of course, is because with it would come the alternative minimum tax. The standard deduction would be cut in half.
So what's your red line on SALT, Congressman? What's your red line on SALT? What's your number?
So I'm not going to negotiate the number with you. We are in the process of working with leadership and the administration on this. Today was the first day in which they actually had a numbers discussion with us, which was absurd. We've been asking for these conversations to occur for months. And this all could have been avoided. We could have had these issues resolved, frankly, months ago. But they chose to wait till today to put this number out, the $30,000 with a $400,000 income cap. But the fact is, you look at a district like mine, where 3 of the 4 counties I represent have the highest property tax burden in the country. They're in the top 16 in the country. Just having an income cap does not address the fact that you have massively high property taxes in states like New York. By the way, Texas has high property taxes.
Yeah, it's all.
So there are a lot of issues still to be dealt with here, including the fact of the marriage penalty, among other issues to deal with.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.